Alrighty. Good evening.
There we go. Sorry, I was just checking the feed. Oh,
Good evening. So what's doing, folks? We've got hopefully an interesting night tonight going.
see if anybody wants to read.
I have a whack of stuff submitted to sift through and pick some highlights
Hey,
from previous.
you're a writer.
Yeah.
Is that a proper word?
What, whack?
Whack.
Sure.
In relation to this?
Whack, sure.
Okay.
Got a ton, okay? There's lots. Could do several hours reading the stuff that's here that are from previous ones. What's a good place to buy a computer like the one you stream on?
From me.
From Pony's Tech Corral, because that's where I got mine. It was built for me.
Well, that's who built it. The parts are from somewhere else, but
Well, isn't that true of
I like this song, by the
any
way.
place that builds computers? The parts usually come from someplace else.
I like this song.
Yeah, I do too.
Hey, I think I did pretty good to get here, considering I was on the mainland 2 hours ago.
Yeah, you went outside your bubble.
Well, not really. I was in my own personal bubble.
In your own personal bubble.
Yeah.
In a city of 10 billion people, yes.
I didn't talk to anybody except the guy at the store. Oh, and the girl at the cashier. She was behind glass.
So what's ferry transportation like these days?
Actually, you know what? I wish it was like that all the time. Notwithstanding my own personal history on the ferry, I was, taking it, whatever.
Did well?
Yeah, it was.
Gotta make them plays. So, can someone give me a test to make sure that you're hearing two people talk and clearly and the music's not too loud and that kind of crap? Anybody listening able to do that?
I'm listening to it.
You can hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm listening to your feed, not.
Yeah, but I'm interested in whether your feed's being heard. Is the thing.
Well, I just heard my voice twice, so.
Okay, we're good
So
then.
if I said bubblegum and Band-Aids and waited 2 seconds. There it is. Yep. I'm listening to the Twitch feed.
Okay. All right, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
That's good. Okay, we've got to have
We gotta have working stuff.
something go wrong pretty much every time. So, just making sure that the
That's
usual
true.
things
Usual
don't
stuff
go
doesn't.
wrong.
Well, you know what? I would be surprised if something doesn't go wrong. Because, you know what?
Washed hatred. Always fun to watch. Well, thank you. And it's fun to have followers like yourself, viewers like yourself. I'm hinting followers like yourself. Subscribers. On and chatting with me too. It's great. Can we give you a joke or two? Absolutely. What do you got? Tickle my funny bone. High five.
You got a high five?
Oh. So I tell you, I have tons of stuff people have submitted in the last few months, and I've read a little bit here and there on the Sunday nights, but not on Writer's Open Mic. And Writer's Open Mic, these nights, we go from live from Twitch, and then I upload to YouTube. So I thought for posterity, let's have some of the viewer stuff go up there too. I bought some shoes from a drug dealer.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty sure there's more to that joke.
Is there more to that?
What was his name?
Isn't that the running shoes you see hanging over the
Yeah.
telephone wires? I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day long. Cute.
Damn.
Cute. What do you call a bear without any teeth?
I think I know where this one's going.
Would that be a gummy bear? Yes. A gummy bear.
That's a Google joke.
Yeah, you have a Google. Do you have a Google Mini?
I think that's where Google Assistant gets them from.
I have a Google Mini and she's full of
Yeah, just don't call her a wanker.
jokes like that. You can't call her, well, there's several things she doesn't like. And none of them are actual body part names. They're, some slang term. She says, don't talk to me like that.
Please don't talk to me like that. Shut up. I'm actually liking this.
I get her to say rude things in French and stuff like that. Why don't they play poker in the jungle?
I think I know this one.
I do not know. Why?
Gotta love the delay, eh?
Bit of a lag going here.
There's 7 seconds.
Too many cheetahs. I like
Delay
it.
is 7 seconds. That's normal.
Yeah. 7
Hey,
seconds.
you know what? At least you're chatting with your people.
Absolutely. Chat's working today. Yay! So for tonight's dealio, usually I bring somebody in live on Zoom at 7 o'clock, 6:30, somewhere in there. And they chit-chat with us, read their stuff, and do some story cubes or, I don't know, something like that. For the last few times. And then I record that session and put it up on YouTube. So tonight, I'm going to read from the viewer submissions already received, but anybody who has something hot off the press tonight that they would like to share. So giveaways all night long? Well, we could do giveaways at the, I usually do them at the hour. If you would like me to do them at the half hour. Well, we'll see how they fit.
Somebody wants to do them all night long.
We'll do them all night. We'll do it. We usually do 3 in a 3-hour thing, so that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if yes. In other words, yes, we'll do them all night long. And do we have any mods? I have what, 5? 5.
Yes, but there's only one.
5.
There's only one
mods.
human on.
Right now, there's only one human on tonight, but I have 3 humans and 3 bots, so that's 6. 6 mods already.
Nightbot.
Sorry. Thank you, though.
You have
Appreciate the offer.
Stream Elements. There's a couple more. There's a bad boy and girl bot too.
Boot. Okay, so we can do
It's too early for a draw.
I can do a draw at 7. How's that?
Yeah, let's do one at 7.
It's 6.
That'll give
6:26 right
What
now.
we'll do is about 10:27 is we'll make the announcement. And they can start putting in their deets, the code, which we'll give them, of course.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, you should tell them if they want to come on Zoom,
Yeah.
they have to ask you for the URL.
Oh yeah. So if you're a brave person and you would like to come on and on Zoom and read your stuff yourself, that's great. I'm happy to support that, but you need to whisper
Whisper to me, I'll grab it off.
whisper hyperlinks 256 and ask for the URL, and please tell me what you're going to read. Like a story, poem, what kind of thing. When you ask that, and then we'll get you the Zoom link and you can come on and chat with me directly.
Okay.
You're going to hang and just watch. Yeah. So most people are super shy to read their stuff themselves. It's a learned thing. Some people are brave straight off the bat, but a lot of people, it takes something. And to be honest, being on a Zoom, on Twitch, on like this, it takes a little bit of getting used to. So I understand if you're too shy to do it and you want me to read it for you, can do that absolutely. But make sure that I have the right name associated. The stuff I have that it was submitted, I don't necessarily know who it was that wrote it, and I kind of like them to have the creds, you know. So either their Twitch name or their real name, whatever. But if I read something that you submitted and you see it, make sure that I give you proper credit, because to me that's super important to me to do that. Want to hear a joke about a piece of paper? I don't know, I'm torn. Did I blow it? It's terrible.
Hey, speaking of that,
Queen of puns here, queen of puns.
T-shirt.
Oh, yes. So I promised that I would have for tonight the t-shirt. Is that too loud for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
The t-shirt that I've
just loud.
designed as a giveaway for people who are brave enough to put their face in the Zoom camera and read their own stuff. There's a t-shirt giveaway. You can, you know.
Did you just turn the music down?
I did.
Turn your headphones down. Stop breaking streaming rules.
Hey. If it's loud for me, I think it's loud for them, and I want to make sure they can hear what's being read.
I can hear you.
The
only one that'll be a problem is when the ones with words come on.
Yeah, you know, you have a way of blowing my train of thought.
T-shirt.
T-shirt. You can purchase this, of course, because it's up in my merch. But if you stick your face on camera here and read your stuff yourself, then you should get one. So we will give you one. Okay, and it's a super decent design, I think. Let me get loaded up here. I'll show you. This is the crest thing on the front, and you can get it in, I think, 4 or 5 different colors. Okay.
You know,
And
every
there
time
you
you
go.
mention your T-shirts,
Yeah?
the merch link comes on.
Really?
Mm.
I'm being stalked. Okay, so there it is. It says, my words were heard on Writers Open Mic, live on Twitch, video on YouTube, and sponsored by philidithbooks.com.
You're being stalked?
Yeah, by the bot.
Oh.
That's the crest I don't know, the thing on the front of the t-shirt.
Design.
Design, okay. And you
Number
can
sure.
get it in, I think, 4 different colors I picked. I don't know. If you want it in different colors than what's there, let me know, because I can quickly fix that. And there we are. I'm back.
Hey.
So that would be the giveaway to anybody who's willing to come on in Zoom to read their stuff. Anybody that wants me to read their stuff for them, you can certainly, you can certainly pick one up yourself, but if you stick your face on here, I will give you a t-shirt. Yeah, free merch if you read something. That's correct. You have to come on Zoom with your cute little face and read it. And it needs to be PG, please, because Twitch is pretty Karen vibes.
Well, we've taken off the adult rating.
Yeah. I've taken off the adult rating for one thing, but Twitch gets a little
I wish there was a
upset.
way we could set it for each stream. So this one should be adult rated. That way it keeps the PG going.
Yeah.
And then the Among Us and Age of Empires, you could lower the rating.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. But anyways, I just watch what you call your body parts and what you're doing with them. That's pretty much all Twitch cares about.
has some.
I've read some of my erotica and you know, sort of made sure that the section I was reading was okay.
Tame-ish.
I would have read in front of my mother, sort of thing. Yeah. I should stream more. Yeah, I do 3 days a week, and that's pretty hard to make sure that you're, you know, awake and remotely intelligent for that much. So, 3 fish are in a tank. One asks the others, "How do you drive this thing?" I like it.
I think we have a jokester in the munch.
I think so. L to the O. Hello. Welcome tonight. So, again, we're getting jokes here, and that's good. But anybody have a short story, poem, anything like that that's hot off the press they want to share tonight? Pleasant evening to you.
Hey, my turn for a joke.
What?
What's red and bad for your teeth?
What?
A brick.
Yeah, that would be bad for the.
What did the horse say after it tripped?
Ouch.
Help, I've fallen and I can't giddy up. Okay, that's the end of my jokes for the night.
Good. Good.
Pleasant evening.
Glad to hear it. So 6:34. So tonight, if you are brave enough to come online, there's free merch for you. We will do a giveaway at 7, and it's 6:35. So if you want in on that, do ! iBooks in the chat. Type that, and we'll. Can I get a graphics card, please? You mean as the free giveaway? No, it's a T-shirt. Sorry.
A lot of people that want those.
Yeah, I'd like a graphics card too.
Why?
Why?
What's wrong with the one you got?
Well, because it's in use. I would like to use it for other things.
Oh. That's a good reason.
Yeah. But yeah, so this I don't have access to gamer stuff yet. This channel I have access to writer stuff and merch coming out my ears. Have a look at the merch.
Oh, look what you did.
Oh, here we go. iBooks. Yep.
Check the bot. Make sure the bot's responding to that.
My sponsor is Philolith Books. Philolith Publishing as philolithbooks.com. And our giveaways are ebooks. Ebooks, and I can give away merch. So anybody that's brave enough to come on tonight through Zoom and show their cute little face and read a short story or poem that they've written, I will give them a T-shirt. And should I show the T-shirt again?
Sure.
Here's the T-shirt. I'm just finishing designing it today. This is the design. It says, "My words were heard on Writers Open Mic, live on Twitch, goes up to YouTube." Sponsored by philolithbooks.com. And you can get that design on, I think, 4 different colors.
All the way up to size 4X. Cost you extra for the 2X, 3X, 4X size, but
Yeah, they go up to size 4X. So
welcome to our world.
yeah,
Wow, what did you do?
lots of people interested.
They all want a free T-shirt.
Everyone's looking for a free book there. Why? There's people.
Oh, free book. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oops, sorry.
Free book.
Free T-shirt. I should keep an eye on my whispers. Sorry.
So, anybody have anything they would like to share? You need to whisper it to 256, or hyperlinks
Wow.
256.
I guess I'm going to leave now.
You need to whisper it to him. And if you want to be if you want to read it yourself on Zoom, ask for the Zoom
I'll give you the URL.
But you
And
can
before
give 'em
anybody asks, the password's in it.
passwords in the URL. Yeah.
Nothing drives me nuts. And you send somebody the URL and they go, "What's the password?"
Yeah, the password's in the URL.
Because what they do is they grab the URL and take the meeting ID out of it. And then it says password. And they're like, Wow, what did you do? Look at this.
Oh, but that's really good. It's comforting.
I think there's a couple in here twice, but the bottle pulled them out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you don't want to read, shy and stuff, and you don't want to read your stuff yourself, that's fine. You can also whisper it to Hyperlinks 256, and he'll put it in Discord for me, and I'll read it from
Or if
there.
it's too long to whisper it, I'll give you my email, and you can send it to my email, and we'll do it that way.
Yeah, or you can send it to herself at polykiss.ca.
Sure, that means I have to check the email.
Might do that. I didn't check it today.
Well, I can do it. You just worry about your stream. I'll worry about everything else. That's why I was here.
I knew there was a reason.
Even though I'm itching.
Besides your incredible personality and your wonderful jokes.
Not my jokes. I'm grabbing them. I mean, I've been itching to tear the network apart since I got back, but I can wait.
Yeah.
I have not looked at how many we have here. 42 eligible. We got 40 some on in chat. 201 people watching, which means we got a lot of lurkers.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's okay.
People listening, that's fine. Okay, so while we're pondering life, I think I will go to Discord, and if you have the Discord, you can
Ask us for that too.
You can follow along, I suppose. Where did Discord go? Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, I know. I wanted to read that other one. This one. Okay. I think this was from Bob, actually.
Well, before you read that,
What?
I got another one.
You got a new one?
Hmm?
Fresh off the press?
Fresh off the press.
Okay.
I don't like the way Discord is laying these out now.
Wow, it's way at the end?
It's way at the bottom, yep. If you put your cursor in the box and hit end, it should take you to the bottom. Yep. But you got to grab the download. See the way they've done it? They've changed it.
Expand? Have to...
No. See go farther right from there, right over to the end. There's a download indicator.
Okay.
Now, this is going to open up in Notepad. You might want to pop it into Word. It's quite long.
Okay.
And I have no idea who this is from. Not a freaking clue.
Okay.
Because I know how much trouble you have reading Notepad. So put it into Word.
Well, I think if I just make it... Oh, no, that doesn't help.
No. Put it into Word. Just easier. I'll keep them entertained.
Not sure if I got it all. Okay, Control C. This is a nice long one. Hang on a sec. Where's Word? There it is.
I do have the name of the story.
You have the name of the story?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's a story or... Okay,
spaced out strangely, but...
Pop back into your Discord.
Yeah?
There's the title of it. You see it?
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry.
Gonna explode.
It was in the subject. The title was the subject kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. So we don't know who wrote this?
Nope, not a clue.
Well, that's not very good, but spacing is bizarre when it transfers from notepad to Word.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Got enough font you can read?
Yeah.
Turn your music down a bit now. It's a bit obnoxious.
There.
I'm
Okay.
going to mute myself. If you need my attention, just beep me. Because I have another one here.
Oh, really? That's good. I'm gonna make this. How do I make this bigger? Control plus.
It doesn't work. You got to highlight it all, change the font size. It's
Oh.
Word.
Well, it's not too bad.
Okay.
Could
I'm
stand for
working
it.
on another one here.
Could stand for it to be a wee bit bigger. How about Control A? No, that did nothing. Word has to be the most exciting thing in my life. Really, really annoying. Okay.
So I
14.
guess you could say, for copyright purposes, these are written by Anonymous.
Okay.
And I pasted the second one in the Discord.
Okay, so here's the first one. NOAA, or NOAA, has discovered a species of humanoids living in our oceans. I know someone that works for NOAA. Disclosure rumors are 100% true, and the species in question is aquatic. I don't expect anyone to believe me, and that's fine. I know a lot of BS gets posted on the internet for shits and giggles. I'm just sharing a story from a few weeks ago that I feel is relevant due to all the recent disclosure talk. I have a college friend that landed a job working for NOAA in a pretty high capacity. I won't say more than that to protect their privacy. Around the holidays, me and said friend were catching up, and they shifted the topic to aliens. This friend is very level-headed, and we usually don't talk about stuff like that. It's mostly family talk and work. They asked if I believed in aliens, to which I replied, I'd like to, but we simply don't have enough evidence. Their expression perked up and they said, I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to take me absolutely seriously. Okay, where is this going? I thought. They never seemed so intense in a conversation before, so I braced for some kind of huge personal reveal or something. But they started talking about the Russian submarine incident that happened on July 1st, 2019, where supposedly a fire broke out aboard a nuclear-powered Russian sub and killed nearly everybody on board. According to reports from state-controlled Russian news services, 14 sailors died in the country's territorial waters that day, including 7 captains of the first rank and 2 so-called heroes of Russia as a result of inhaling combustion products aboard a research submersible vehicle designated for studying the seafloor and the bottom of the world ocean in the interests of the Russian Navy. Allegedly, a fire broke out during bathymetric measurements, after which it was extinguished thanks to the self-sacrificing actions of the team, or so we're told. The incident is believed to have occurred off Russia's northern shore in the Barents Sea on that date. The submarine was later towed to the Russian North Fleet headquarters in Severnomorsk, and an investigation began. My friend said that the submarine fire tale was nothing more than a cover story that Putin came up with in order to cover up what really happened. What actually happened is quite different than what was reported. Sorry, I'm spacing this. The sub was apparently investigating an underwater base that is controlled by non-human entities. They got too close, and the sub was destroyed by these beings. My friend went on to detail how most world governments are aware of their presence, yet keep it undisclosed because of the ramifications to society it may have. Also because we can't do anything to stop the entities or to forcefully reveal them. I think that should be remove them. They told me that NOAA has had thousands of incidents of contact and these underwater beings, and it's fairly common knowledge amongst certain departments and roles in the organization. They said they have witnessed video, audio, and physical evidence of these beings residing under our oceans, but is kept under tight wraps by senior officials and whatever government sector controls NOAA. A friend said that the recent disclosure buzz is legit and had been carefully planned. They said they don't know exactly what details will be provided to the public, but in general, it will be made known that there are other beings occupying our planet and that they are not from another planet but have been here long before us. Dun dun dun. They also said that these beings actively keep us out of certain parts of the oceans. Apparently their technology is advanced beyond anything we could come up with and able to either withstand or negate the insurmountable pressures at extreme ocean depths. They are able to freely enter and exit the water in their craft without displacing or disturbing it physically. They've been captured innumerable times on sonar traveling underwater at speeds that are impossible as far as human technology goes or marine biology is concerned. My friend also mentioned a place called Lake Votsok and said that a very large base was discovered there under the ice, and the Russians have total control over the operation there. They also detailed that the entities have been witnessed outside of any craft swimming in the ocean freely by submersible surveillance devices, individual divers, and cameras positioned at the bottom of oil rig platforms. They are humanoid and resemble what most people would call the typical gray alien, complete with oversized heads, dark eyes, no visible ears, and small mouths. How they breathe and move underwater is presently unknown. That's pretty much most of what I was told. My friend didn't provide a date for disclosure. They just said it definitely will be in 2021, according to what they've been hearing. Apparently, this is going to be a worldwide disclosure, not a US specific thing. And whenever we're told one thing is for certain, it's going to change everything. That's really good. I'm hoping it's fiction.
Me too.
But that was really good. Well done, anonymous person.
There's another one in Discord.
Lake Vostok. What's the name of that lake? They were just showing. I just saw in the news a bit ago about them running a race, and it's a lake that's frozen totally all the time. Frozen.
In Siberia.
Real thick ice in Siberia. Thick. The ice is about 50 feet thick. I can't remember what the name of the lake is, but I'm wondering if that's the lake where this is supposed to be. Very cool. There's another one in there, you said.
Yep.
What's the time?
6:53.
I got 3 minutes. This one here? Do I do this?
Here it is. It's Balikal.
Oh, it's a different lake. Okay.
Or that's an L. No, it's an I.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that. It made me think of that when I was reading it. So, am I downloading or it's straight in there?
It's straight in there. It's a short one.
Okay.
Called The Cabin in the Woods.
All right, so do we know who wrote this one?
Yep. Anonymous.
Another Anonymous? There he is.
Yeah, darn it, I didn't get a drink while I was down there.
What's your favorite song currently? There's one on here that's a sea shanty. On this rock. Steambots is what I use. Harris's stuff. Steam Beats, sorry. Harris's stuff. There's one on this is the rock one, and there's one on here that's a sea shanty that I like. All right, next up, and then we'll do a draw.
Sure.
All right, A Cabin in the Woods, a.k.a. The Portraits. That's it? 3 paragraphs?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a hunter in the woods who, after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearings, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. Nobody was inside. The hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around the inside of the cabin, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by several portraits, all painted in incredible detail. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into looks of hatred and malice. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. Making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces, he turned to face the wall and, exhausted, fell into a restless sleep. The next morning, the hunter awoke. He turned, blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portraits, only windows. That's creepy. I love it.
We have some creepy writers here.
We do have some creepy writers.
There's some really creepy stuff that we get.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going back downstairs to get a drink because that's what I intended to get, and I ended up getting an ice cream sandwich.
All right. Well, you have to draw in 4 minutes, so run.
Run nowhere.
That's creepy. Thank you very much. Okay, so the one I was going to read. Oh, stop it. Where is it? That's not it. There it is. It's called The Counselor. Was submitted a long while ago. Not sure by whom. Well, this was submitted by Kellyinvic, but I'm not sure she wrote it.
Which one?
The Counselor. So she'll have to tell me what's that. But that's who submitted it to Discord. That's who uploaded it to Discord. The Counselor. It's the very first one. Yeah, it might be Kelly, Kellyinvic's. Well, it's a Word doc, I guess. You'd see who wrote the Word doc. I think it is hers. Okay, so we'll say it's called The Counselor.
Hey, this is Kelly.
And it's written by Kellyinvic.
Yeah, this is hers. I remember this one.
Which is one of our followers.
One of your mods.
One of my mods, actually.
And everybody here knows who she is.
And can I use her real name then?
No, you can use your real first name.
It's Kelly, obviously.
Who she is, though.
Okay, she's a mod.
Yes. Everybody knows she's your kid.
She's my kid, too. Anyway, apple tree. You know how it goes.
Yeah, it's a short trip.
No, the apple does not fall far from the tree. And this is a really good story.
It is.
Okay. All right, I'm reading it. It doesn't seem to be on here. I can say anything I want. Okay. Tiffany ran into the office building out of the rain. The wind had destroyed her umbrella. I'm looking straight into a light. There's eyeballs are frying here. Sorry. All right, again. The counselor. Tiffany ran into the office building out of the rain. The wind had destroyed her umbrella 2 blocks from the building, and she was soaked. She quickly jabbed at the elevator button and looked at her watch to check the time. She swore under her breath, 10 minutes late to this stupid appointment that she didn't even want to go to. Her parents were concerned because she was about to start her last year of high school and she still hadn't decided what she wanted to do for a career. Tiffany didn't see why she had to decide right away, but her parents were obsessed with her getting into the best schools, so they insisted she see a guidance counselor. When Tiffany pointed out that the school had a few very nice guidance counselors, her parents said no, they wanted only the best, most highly recommended counselor assisting her. Whatever. The elevator opened and she jumped in and pressed the number 12. She checked her reflection in the mirrored wall on the back of the elevator. She looked like a drowned rat. She stripped off her raincoat and sweater and used the sweater to soak up the water dripping from her hair. She noted that although the rain had seeped through her sweater too, it was only a little at the shoulders of her t-shirt. Not nearly as bad as she thought. She ran her fingers through her hair in an effort to tame it, but gave up when the elevator reached the 12th floor. Showtime! Tiffany walked up to the reception desk and was instructed to have a seat in the lobby. At a few minutes later, a man dressed in a full suit complete with bow tie and coat and tails strolled up to Tiffany and gave her a big toothy grin. His outfit was completely out of sync with the office atmosphere. Tiffany thought he looked like a magician, and was further reinforced when he extended his hand to her and she saw that he had a golden horseshoe cufflinks. Sorry, I do speak English. Tiffany, so excited to meet you. I'm Dr. Teller. Let's get started. Follow me. And with that, he turned and quickly darted down the hallway. Tiffany grabbed her things and hurried to follow him, then turned many corners this way and that into several different hallways that seemed to be impossibly long. How could there be this many offices on one floor? He looked back and smiled. Almost there, he said, taking another quick left turn. Finally, after what she was sure was a full 10 minutes of walking, he stopped in the middle of the hall. He stood very still, looking at the wall in front of him. Tiffany waited, wondering if maybe he was lost. Finally, he turned to her and said, "So, which one will it be?" "What?" she asked, confused. Dr. Teller gestured to the wall in front of him, where she could swear there had been just a blank wall a minute ago. There were 3 doors. They stood right next to each other and were identical except for a small symbol painted on each one. The first had an open book, the second had theater masks, and the last one had what looked like a castle. "Which one is your office?" Tiffany asked. Dr. Teller chuckled in a way that made Tiffany suddenly very nervous. No, it's time to choose your future. So pick one, and that will be your fate. But I thought we were going to discuss options and schools and make a plan. What do you mean that will be my fate? What's going on? This is crazy. Tiffany started to back away and soon found herself against the wall. She looked around for a hallway to run down and discovered that all exits had disappeared. She was trapped in a big square room with 3 doors as the only way out. This can't be happening, she said, starting to panic in earnest. Tiffany, when parents send me their children, it isn't to make a plan. Plans can change, people can get distracted, and that leads to failure. Your parents have put a lifetime into nurturing and grooming you for success. Failure will not do. With me, you will choose a door and you will live a life that has been pre-approved by your parents. So which will it be? Will you be a Pulitzer Prize winning writer? Maybe you would like to be a shooting star, the youngest Oscar winner director in history, or perhaps the most creative and successful architect of the century. Which one will you choose? Come on, time is waiting. His voice boomed and suddenly it got darker and lightning flashed. Pick one. Hurry up. Pick one. He screamed, moving closer to her. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. She moved away from him around the room. He moved faster and faster, all the while screaming at her. She couldn't see anything but his crazy eyes when the lightning flashed. She once again backed against the wall. This time she felt a doorknob. He was so close she couldn't get around him. This time, she didn't know what door it was, but she had to get away. She turned the knob and fell through. Dun, dun, dun. Very good. I like that.
I asked your daughter if that was hers, but I'm pretty sure it's hers.
I think it is too. But anyways, that's pretty good, and it would be a good start to a novel, actually. Because we want to know what happened. We want to know. We want to know.
I asked her, but she hasn't answered yet.
Okay. And
It means it's time.
It's whoa, we're late. It's time for the draw.
Ready? Here comes the drum roll.
Yeah. Oh, and as I'm reading, my chin is going down into the screen again. I gotta remember to sit up.
Yeah, we haven't adjusted that one. Oops. Talking during the drum roll.
And that was a drum roll. A Teal Lots has won the game. It was won the ebook giveaway. A Teal Lots has won the giveaway. So, a Teal Lots, you need to whisper to Hyperlinks 256 and he'll tell you how to claim your giveaway prize.
Hey. Oh, wait, hold it.
So I've read 3 stories, viewer stories.
I have a question.
Yes?
Yeah, personal question.
What?
How old's Chandler?
17 months.
Thank you.
Or no. No, she was a year in January. So 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 months.
Okay. Jeanette was just asking.
15 months.
Hey, what? Hey, wait, somebody put snakes on my screen?
Oh, it looks like snakes, yeah.
They're not allowed to be here.
Snakes?
It's a quick way to get punted off of here.
Well, I don't know. Spiders would get you punted off.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny the other night. He went shuddering over the spider, but he was really stunned. Because when I pulled the blankets back out from underneath the chair, and he just kind of sat there.
Yeah, we're sitting watching television. Oh, spider! I swear to God, this big around, flying across the floor. I went, "What was that?"
Not big.
Underneath the one of the recliners, which has a bit of a blanket on it. You know how you do. So, Buddy's trying to find this spider, and he's like, "Oh, I think it's gone." Well, where would it go? So pulls the chair back. There's a spider, and it's just sitting there. It's said he's looking for his car. Because my granddaughter had been over and there's his little tiny sports car. He said he's looking for his car.
Well, now he's finding his shoes.
Now he's meeting his maker.
Two cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Oh dear.
I tried.
Do I ever get mad? Well, you might see that tonight.
If I tell more bad jokes? Why did the coffee pot file a police report?
Why?
It got mugged.
It got mugged. Okay. Here's the t-shirt. Anybody that's willing to come on to Zoom and read their story or
I got another
poem
ring. I set a new personal record.
with their cute little face in the Zoom screen gets a t-shirt. I'm gonna double dog dare ya. All right, if you're interested in doing that, let us know.
I messaged both your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Two girls. Sent Hasley to Ashby Boo the picture of me in my mask today. Just to prove I wore it.
Mm. Oh, now I'm choking.
On your own spit.
Oh no, pop.
Cannabis gummy bears.
Sorry.
What did the Buddhist say to the hot dog vendor? Make me one with everything. I didn't even get a groan for that one. I didn't even get a groan from that one.
Sorry, I was too busy choking to death here. It went down the wrong pipe.
I just received a card full of rice. It's from Uncle Ben. That was bad.
Was it converted?
As long as it wasn't perverted, we're good.
Yes.
4-foot cookie bars.
Destruct says I'm here. Welcome.
Did you eat?
I'm gonna keep coughing.
It's green and has wheels. Grass. I lied about the wheels.
That's weird. Do I know how to enable
Two-factor authentication.
Why would I want to do that to anyone?
You will.
Really?
Yeah, it'll come soon enough. Actually, you have two-factor authentication on here. If you log into your Twitch from somewhere else, it sends you a message. You want to take a break? Get rid of that?
Jeez. Persistent. Yeah, I can take a break and see if anybody gets brave.
We got two.
We had two submissions that awesome. I mean, somebody
Did you hear about the two thieves who stole a calendar? They each got 6 months.
Ah. All right, let's do a bit of a break so I can, cough and die, and then I'll come back.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Be right back. All right, I'll be back shortly. So I'm back. So that should mean I should start coughing again pretty soon.
Probably.
So annoying. Alrighty. 7-Eleven. Let's do another. Let me have a look in.
Put nothing else into Discord. Watching my whispers and my email. I haven't checked your email though. Let me go to herself. Okay. Herself. It's brave now, right?
Okay.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm skipping through ones that are kind of
crappy.
Well, not crappy. They're, I think, written with a
generator.
Those
can be good sometimes.
Yeah.
You fill out the generator properly. Group email, new group email, herself.
Okay, so this one was submitted through. What? Oh, what?
Hang on.
So if anyone has picks up the Discord link, you can see what I'm reading from. It's the stuff that's been submitted for a while that was good stuff.
Well, there is an email here.
Oh, yeah?
From your last open mic.
Oh, yeah?
No. What was the last one?
The last one was Virginia Stark.
Okay, the one before that.
Yeah?
That was Krista, wasn't it?
Yes?
She sent you an email.
Okay. I will check it out.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to read this one. There's no title to it, and I don't know who submitted it, so...
We'll just go with anonymous?
I'm going to go with anonymous, and if you want to claim this... That
works for me. You in Discord?
I'm going to call it The Old House.
Okay.
Okay? Was submitted in January, so it was read, I think, at that time on a Sunday night thing, but it's not been in a writer's open mic. None of these have. So I'm going to call it The Old House. Okay. We bought an old house, my boyfriend and I. He's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into the master bedroom, for instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling. Removing it is brutal, but oddly satisfying. The best feeling is getting a long peel similar to your skin when you're peeling from a sunburn. I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game of peeling on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Under a corner section of paper in every room is a person's name and a date. Curiosity got the best of me one night when I Googled one of the names and discovered the person was actually a missing person. The missing date matching the date under the wallpaper. The next day I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person with dates to match. We notified the police, who naturally sent out the crime scene team. I overheard one tech say, "Yeah, it's human." Human? What's human? Ma'am, where is the material you removed from the walls already? This isn't wallpaper you were removing. Creepy. And then there's another one. These are 3 short stories similar.
You should have said, okay, that was the end of that one.
That was the end of that. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly try to explain to me how sick he is, that I am lucky for having a brain where all the chemicals flow properly to their destinations like undammed rivers. When I complain about how bored I am without a little brother to play with, they try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely far surpasses mine, considering he's confined to a dark room in an institution. I always beg for them to give him one last chance, Of course they did at first. Charlie has been back home several times, each shorter in duration than the last. Every time, without fail, it all starts again. The neighborhood cats with gouged out eyes showing up in his toy chest. Oh, thank you for that. Well, it just jumped. There we go. The neighborhood cats with gouged eyes showing up in his toy chest. My dad's razors found dropped on the baby slide in the park across the street. Mom's vitamins replaced by bits of dishwasher tablets. My parents are hesitant now, using last chances sparingly. They say his disorder makes him charming, makes it easy for him to fake normalcy and to trick the doctors who care for him into thinking he's really ready for rehabilitation. That I will just have to put up with my boredom if it means staying safe from him. I hate it when Charlie has to go away. It makes me have to pretend to be good until he's back. That was the end of that one. Dun dun dun. Okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
I think these might be Bob's.
Might be.
Little short stories. There's another one. Everyone loves the first day of school, right? New year, new classes, new friends. It's a day full of potential and hope before all the dreary depressions of reality show up to ruin all the fun. I like the first day of school for a different reason, though. You see, I have a sort of power. When I look at people, I can sense a sort of aura around them, a colored outline based on how long that person has to live. Most everyone I meet around my age is surrounded by a solid green hue, which means they have plenty of time left. A fair amount of them have a yellow or orangish tinge to their auras, which tends to mean a car crash or some other tragedy. Anything that takes people before their time, as they say. The real fun is when the auras venture into the red end of the spectrum, though. Every now and again I'll see someone who's basically a walking stoplight. Those are the ones who get murdered or kill themselves. It's such a rush to see them and know their time is numbered. With that in mind, I always get to class very early so I can scout out my classmates' fates. The first kid who walked in was basically radiating red. I chuckled to myself, too damn bad, bro. But as people kept walking in, they all had the same intense glow. I finally caught a glimpse of my rose-tinted reflection in the window, but I was too stunned to move. Our professor stepped in and locked the door. His aura was a sickening shade of green. Dun dun dun.
These are really creepy.
These are really creepy.
What's with the creepy?
I don't know, but
stories?
this is a bunch of short stories. Here's another one. It has been said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I understand the sentiment behind the saying, but it's wrong. I entered the building on a bet. I was strapped for cash and didn't buy into the old legends of the hotel to begin with, so $50 is more than enough to get me to do it. It was simple. Just reach the top floor, the 45th floor, shine my flashlight from a window. The hotel was old and broken, including the elevator, so that meant hiking up the stairs. So up the stairs I went. As I reached each platform, I noted the old brass plaques displaying the floor number, 15, 16, 17, 18. I felt a little tired as I crept higher, but so far no ghosts, no cannibals, no demons. Piece of cake. I can't tell you how happy I was when I entered that last stretch of numbers. I joyfully counted them aloud at each platform. 41, 42, 43, 44, 44. I stopped and looked back down the stairs. I must have miscounted. So I counted up. 44. One more flight. 44. And then down 10 flights. 44. 15 flights. 44. And so it's been for as long as I can remember. So really insanity isn't doing something repeatedly and expecting different results. It's knowing that the results will never change, that each door leads to the same staircase, so the same number. It's realizing you no longer fall asleep. It's not knowing whether you've been running for days or weeks or years. It's when the sobbing slowly turns to laughter. Whoa. Creepy stories.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another one. I think these are Bob's.
Mm-hmm.
When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard. But our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. She just wanted to take care of us. Among the house's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair, which we kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch that chair forward, across the room toward us. Sometimes she'd manage to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Years later, long after we'd moved out, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse's original occupant, a widow. She'd murdered her 2 children by giving them each a cup of poisoned milk before bed. Then she'd hanged herself. The article included a photo of the farmhouse's living room, with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was that old wooden chair, placed exactly in the center of the room. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. And another one. There was no pearly gate. The only reason I knew I was in a cave was because I'd just passed the entrance. The rock wall rose behind me with no ceiling in sight. I knew this was it. This was what religion talked about, what man feared. I had just entered the gate to hell. I felt the presence of the cave as if it was a living, breathing creature. The stench of rotten flesh overwhelmed me. Then there was the voice. It came from inside and all around. Welcome. Who are you? Welcome. Who are you? I asked, trying to keep my composure. You know. The thing answered. I did know. You are the devil? I stuttered, quickly losing my composure. Why me? I've lived as good as I could. The silence took over the space as my words died out. It seemed like an hour went by before the response came. What did you expect? The voice was penetrating but patient. I don't know. I never believed any of this. I uttered. Is that why I'm here? Silence. I continued. They say the greatest trick you ever pulled was convincing the world you don't exist. No, the greatest trick I ever pulled was convincing the world that there is an alternative. There is no God? I shivered. The cave trembled with the words, I am God. Doo-doo-doo, oh doo, doo-doo-doo. Creepy, 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 and so creepy. And another one. Have you ever walked into a room and found a vampire? No, not the sexy kind, but a foul creature with bony limbs and ashen skin, the kind that snarls as you enter like a beast about to pounce, the kind that roots you to the spot with its sunken, hypnotic eyes, rendering you unable to flee as you watch the hideous thing uncoil from the shadows. Has your heart started racing through your legs, though your legs refuse to? Have you felt time slow as a creature crosses the room in the darkness of a blink? Have you shuddered with fear when it places one clawed hand atop your head and another under your chin so it can tilt you, exposing your neck? Have you squirmed as its rough, dry tongue slides down your cheek over your jaw to your throat in a slithering search that's seeking your artery? Have you felt its hot breath release a hiss against your skin when it probes your pulse, the flow that leads to your brain? Has its tongue rested there, throbbing slightly as if savoring the moment? Have you then experienced a sinking, sucking blackness as you discover that not all vampires feed on blood? Some feed on memories. Well, have you? Maybe not, But let me rephrase the question. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you came in? Whoa. Okay. You're getting a blanket to pull over your head? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are Bob's. So this is
Or whatever his name
a
actually
viewer, and his name is complicated, so he just said call him Bob. And this stuff is really good. Super creepy. Okay.
is. I don't even know where you are.
Here's one more. He's what?
I don't even know where you are in these. I lost you long ago. What's the date?
7:47 p.m. The
Date
doctor.
on them?
January something.
Okay.
The doctor pulled the stethoscope ear tips out and hung the device around his neck. Mr. Weatherby, all of your tests have come back negative and my examination shows nothing abnormal. Adam knew what was coming next. I'm not crazy, doctor. I'm sorry, but there's no physical reason for why you occasionally lose control of your hands. A psychologist can help. I don't need therapy. I need answers. They seem to have a life of their own. I can't hold a job. I'm under investigation for assault. I almost killed my neighbor. This can't go on. I'll try anything at this point. After 2 weeks on a new medication, Adam saw no progress and grew increasingly depressed. He was convinced that despite what the doctor said, it was not a psychological problem. That night, a frustrated and angry Adam sat at a chair and drank bourbon. Drunk and hopeless, he stumbled to the garage and started the table saw, then slowly lowered his wrists toward the screaming blade. Detective Armstrong entered the garage, where several uniformed officers stood over the blood-soaked body. So, what do we got? He asked, taking in the blood-splattered scene. This is a weird one, Detective. How so? Take a look at the body. He apparently chopped off his hands with the table saw and bled to death. Armstrong knelt down. And we can't find his hands anywhere. Bum, bum, bum.
Isn't there a movie like that? Where the guy's hands
yeah, that's a really, really old movie.
No, this wasn't that. This was early 80s.
No, I remember
and it was
one
funny as hell.
back in the 60s.
Idle Hands or something?
Where the one hand was going around. Yeah.
Wasn't there one called Idle Hands?
Maybe.
Oh, I've been eating MSG. Great.
This one's creepy too. I don't know why I looked up, but when I did, I saw him there. He stood against my window. His forehead rested against the glass and his eyes were still and light. And he smiled a lipstick-red, cartoonish grin. And he just stood there in the window. My wife was upstairs sleeping, my son was in his crib, and I couldn't move. I froze and watched him looking past me through the glass. Oh, please no. His smile never moved, but he put a hand up and slid it down the glass, watching me. With matted hair and yellow skin and a face through the window. I couldn't do anything. I just stayed there frozen, feet still in the bushes. I was pruning. In the bushes I was pruning. Looking into my home, he stood against my window. Looking out.
Somebody says, oh goody, I'll never get to sleep. Great. You're scaring your viewers. Isn't that a good thing?
Okay, skip that one. That one's just too much.
Just too much?
Yeah. Oh. As I watched, my soon-to-be father-in-law held his daughter's hand as he walked down the aisle. Tears streamed down his face as the wedding march that played in the background reminded him that in a few minutes he would be watching me holding his daughter's hand and slipping on her ring. He walked up to the altar and took hold of her hand, grinning from ear to ear. It was the happiest day of my life. My bride's father got down on his knees and started begging. Please, I did what you asked. Just please give my daughter back. I glared at him. Shut up and stop ruining the moment. If you sit back down and enjoy the ceremony, maybe I'll tell you where I've hidden the rest of her body.
Oh.
Um.
Okay. You like a non-PG joke? It's not quite PG, but...
Okay.
Says if you sit on the toilet at 11:59 p.m. and the clock strikes midnight, it's the same shit. Different day. That's a Peter wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
What is that in chat? Can't read that word.
Solution. Is that gross? Is that like gross?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. But,
I was asking you.
here's one here, but it's one of those download things.
Text files, so be careful. They're hard to read.
Oh, it's short. Yeah, I don't know. That one's about a rampant virus. I think I'll pass on that
I
one.
won't pass on that one.
I'll pass on that one. Where did... Oh, there it is. So anybody got a joke? We'll lighten the mood a little bit.
I've been trying. What do you call a pig that does karate?
What was that?
What do you call a pig that does karate?
What?
A pork chop.
Oh, pork chop. I like it.
Mm. What did the policeman say to his belly button? You asked for a joke.
Sorry, I'm just scanning this next thing. Any more jokes? There's a couple of really long ones in here.
What did the policeman say to his belly button? It's in the channel.
What did the policeman say to his belly button? You're under a vest. That's funny. What is your favorite loadout?
You don't play those games.
I don't play those games. I don't know what... I'm
A
guessing...
loadout is the stuff you carry when you go into battle.
Ah. I don't play shoot 'em up games.
You should be funny.
Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? This bud's for you. Because it was a little horse. Ah.
Why did the man get hit by a bike every day?
Why?
He was stuck in a vicious cycle.
Ah, that's sad. That's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got something they'd like to have read?
Why shouldn't you write with a broken pen? Because it's pointless. Somebody says they're not ready yet.
This one's good, but super long.
Somebody says they're not ready yet.
You're not ready yet? Well, get ready.
I was born ready. No?
You were born ready?
Yeah.
That one's kind of long, but I might do that. All right, should we do 7:30?
Not quite. 8 o'clock is a joke.
8 o'clock is it?
8 o'clock is
A draw?
Uh-oh. There's another joke.
If athletes get athlete's foot, what do elves get? Mistletoes. Ha ha ha. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I'm actually looking in.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
Why do bees have sticky hair?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they use honeycombs.
Ah.
How do you stop a bull from charging?
How?
Cancel his credit card. What was the frog's job at the hotel? Bellhop.
There's a lot of creepy stories in here.
Why did the restaurant hire a pig? He was good at bacon.
Oh, this one's funny. Okay.
I'm telling jokes and you're not doing just...
Your kick-ass stream makes my day. Well, thank you so much. Okay, so this
What's
one...
the best way to burn 1,000 calories? Leave the pizza in the oven. Okay, I'll stop now.
That one's not PG. There's that one.
I'm not PG either.
It's funny, but it's not PG.
It's not PG. Hey, how do you fix numb tongue?
Yeah, it's either creepy stories or funny ones.
Follow. Hey, where's the graphics? Should be a graphic on that one. It's stuck.
Thank you for the follow, and Sir Lady Killer. Thank you for the follow.
That was weird. There was no graphics on it.
This one's creepy too, but it's short. Where are you? I screamed. Panicked, I ran through the abandoned farm. I can't find her. Not in the old house, not in the barn. I ran into the empty field, heart racing. As I scanned the area, I ran into a mound of dirt and trip, sprawling on the ground. Getting up, it hits me. Abandoned farm. I tripped over freshly tilled earth. Crouching down, I start frantically clawing with my hands, scooping handfuls of dirt. I hit something hard. Wood. Are you in there? I cry, pressing my ear to the wood. I hear muffled cries. I start digging again, but I realize it's taking too long. Looking around, I see a garden shed. I sprint to it. Ripping the door open, I see a shovel, still caked in dirt. Probably the same one that bastard buried her with. I grab it. Running back, I started digging with purpose. Soon the wooden box is exposed. I toss the shovel and rip it open the crate. She stares back at me, eyes wide, bound, gagged, but alive. I sigh with relief. Thank God. I reached into my bag, pulling out my rag and chloroform. I crouch down, place it over her face. She struggles, faints. I toss her over my shoulder. Ah, hell, my brother says as I walk back to the truck with a smirk. Yeah, found her. Yep. You almost had me, though. I laugh. All right, my turn. Where did you put her? I gesture to the creek area. Somewhere over there. Drowning is an issue, though. Jerk, he says, running off. I smile, watching him go. I love adult hide and seek. Pickup lines?
As long as they're clean.
Sure. What's your favorite drink? Jack and Ginger.
Southern Comfort and iced tea for you.
Oh, Jack and Ginger. Go ahead, feel my shirt. It's made of boyfriend material. That's cute. Mommy told me never to go into the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy. and I wanted to see a puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy. Then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad and I cried. Then Mommy told me never to go in the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet. Okay. When my daughter was 2, I found her twirling paper towel tubes tied with twine in the air. I asked her what she was doing. She said she was practicing her nunchucks. I was very confused, as she'd have no way of knowing what they were. I asked her what she meant, and she said that Adam had told her how to make them and showed her each night how to use them. She went on to say that Adam told her to practice because she may need to know how to defend herself someday. I almost freaked out, but I asked her what Adam looked like. She said he was tall, blonde, and had blue eyes. She said, Mommy, you know how he looks. You know him. He died of a headache. I had to leave the room. You see, 4 months before she was born, my tall, blonde, blue-eyed martial arts pro friend had died of a brain aneurysm at the age of 27. She has not spoken of him since that day, so I'm not sure if I scared her with my reaction or if she had completed her lessons. Bum, bum, bum.
There was a joke in there you missed. The pickup line.
Thanks for the follow, Recam Googleical. If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine. I like that. That's a nice pickup line.
Yeah, but would it work?
It wouldn't work on me because I'm... no, because I don't want to be Optimus Fine.
You had 2 follows so far? Tasty Lady. Oh, that was Rema, whatever.
Rama Googleical.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. Okay.
Oh, one more pickup line.
One more pickup line? I was wondering if you had an extra heart because mine was just stolen. Oh, that would work. That would work. Okay, anybody got hot off the press?
I haven't seen anything in a while.
Anybody got a limerick? I'm quite partial to limericks, I have to say.
Oh. Sorry, I was going to tell the Star Trek one, but I'd get in trouble for that one.
Why?
Because it's not PG.
Oh. Yeah. It's hard to find limericks that are completely PG.
Well, actually, the actual limerick is PG, sort of.
Hello, Consiblu. Welcome. We're reading viewer writing that has been submitted.
Oh no, this one's not PG.
When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. Here we go with the farmhouse. Oh, this is the same one.
Yeah, some of them are repeated because I lost my place.
She'd murdered her children. Okay, so we did that one already. What else we got? We got a poem. And then the new stuff.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
Chat.
I don't know. Come on, brah.
Several times.
Okay, let's do a draw.
That time?
It's that time.
Where'd Nightbot go? Come on.
Takuna07 has won the giveaway. Takuna07. So please whisper to Hyperlinks256 and he'll tell you. He'll tell you how to claim that prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in channel. They were a drive-by.
Yeah, this is not entirely.
What? What?
It's called I Need a Wrench. A husband and wife surveyor team are working on a new plot of land for a building development. They're standing some 90 or 100 yards apart when the husband discovers he's missing a tool he needs for something he's working on. So he whistles to his wife. When she looks at him, he gestures. He points to his eye, then to his knee, and then pantomimes the motion of turning a wrench. I need a wrench, he says as he gestures, knowing she's too far away to hear him. She watches his gestures and nods. Then she gestures back. She points to her eye, then touches her heart, then touches her crotch. He doesn't get her reply, so he repeats his gesture sequence. I need a wrench, he repeats. She nods, even more vigorously, and repeats her sequence, but he still doesn't get it. Later that evening at dinner, the husband says, "You know this afternoon when I gestured to you?" She says, "Yes, I remember." He says, "I was trying to tell you that I," gesturing, "need a wrench." She says, "Oh yeah, I got that. I tried to tell you that," gesturing. "I left it in the box."
See, there's a limerick in here, sort of. There's a couple of chat lines that got in between it.
Okay, I see it. A limerick. There was a young lady of Niger who smiled as she rode on a tiger. They returned from the ride with the lady inside and the smile on the face of the tiger. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh. Is your name Google? Because you have everything I've been searching for. Oh, God.
Where was that?
That was a pickup line.
I didn't see it.
No, because I just read it.
Oh, I thought it was in chat.
Nope.
Okay. Here's another one called the cat house bird.
Birdhouse cat.
A woman was thinking about finding a pet to help keep her company at home. She decided she would like to find a beautiful parrot. It wouldn't be as much work as a dog, and it would be fun to hear it speak. She went to a pet shop and immediately spotted a large, beautiful parrot. She went to the owner of the store, it's all right, and asked how much. The owner said it was just $50. Delighted that such a rare-looking and beautiful bird wasn't more expensive, she agreed to buy it. The owner looked at her and said, "Look, I should tell you at first that this bird used to live in a hooker's place of residence. Sometimes it says pretty vulgar stuff." That was PG'd. The woman thought about this, but decided she would buy it anyways. The pet shop owner sold her the bird, and she took it home. She hung the bird's cage up in her living room and waited for it to say something. The bird looked around the room and then at her and said, "New house, new madam." The woman was a bit shocked at the implication, but then thought, well, that's not so bad. A couple hours later, the woman's 2 teenage daughters returned from school. When they inspected the bird, it looked at them and said, "New house, new madam, new hookers." The girls and the woman, again PG'd, the girls and the woman were a bit offended at first, but then began to laugh about the situation. A couple of hours later, the woman's husband came home from work. The bird looked at him and said, "New house, new madam, new hookers, same old faces. Hi, George." My favorite car? A Jeep.
Jeep.
My favorite car is a Jeep.
Jeep. Our guests are going to sleep.
Yeah.
Being very talkative.
So, I have one more that's really super long, but I don't want to read it just yet. And we've done a draw.
Yep.
So I could read these ones, I guess. Love on Mars. The year is 2258 and Mike and Maureen land on Mars after accumulating enough frequent flyer miles. They meet a Martian couple and start talking about all sorts of things. Mike asks if Mars has a stock market, if they have laptop computers, how they make money, and so on. Maureen discusses hobbies, cuisine on Mars, and that kind of stuff. Finally, Maureen brings up the subject of sex. Just how do you guys do it? Asks Maureen. Pretty much the same way you do, responds the Martian woman. Discussion ensues, and finally curiosity gets the better of them, and the couples decide to swap partners for the night and experience one another. Maureen and the male Martian go off to the bedroom where the Martian strips. He's got only a teeny weeny member, about half an inch long and just a quarter inch thick. I don't think this is going to work, says Maureen understandably. Why? He asks. What's the matter? Well, she replies, it's just not enough to reach me. No problem, he says, and proceeds to slap his forehead with his palm. With each slap of his forehead, his member grows until it's quite remarkably long. Well, she says, that's quite impressive, but it's still pretty narrow. No problem, he says, and starts pulling his ears. With each pull, his member grows wider and wider until the entire measurement is extremely exciting to the woman. Wow, she explains as they fall into bed and make mad passionate love for many hours. The next day, the couples rejoin their normal partners and go their separate ways. As they walk along, Mike asks, well, was it any good? I hate to say it, honey, but it was pretty wonderful. How about you? It was horrible, he replies. All I got was a terrible headache, and all she kept doing was slap on my forehead and pull on my ears. Not quite PG, but close.
I've heard that one before.
Yep. And then we have the pickle slicer.
Got a joke first?
Sure, joke.
Two fish swim into a wall. One turns to the other and says, damn. Okay.
The pickle slicer. Again, these have been submitted by viewers, and I don't know who, so if it's yours, claim it. And I can't accept friend requests, can I?
Why, did you get one?
Yeah.
An actual one?
No, it's just somebody says, accept my friend request.
You can get one.
To real deep.
I see it. It'll be up on your taskbar. Yeah.
Well, I'm not in Twitch.
Not in Twitch. You'll see it when you get to Twitch.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, so the pickle slicer. Bill worked in a pickle factory. He had been employed there for a number of years, and when he came home one day to confess to his wife that he had a terrible compulsion, he had this urge to stick his personal property, PG'd, into the pickle slicer. His wife suggested he should see a sex therapist to talk about it, but Bill indicated that he'd be too embarrassed. He vowed to overcome this compulsion on his own. One day, a few weeks later, Bill came home absolutely ashen. His wife could see at once that something was seriously wrong. What's wrong, Bill? He asked. You remember that I told you how I had this tremendous urge to put my personal property into the pickle slicer? Oh, Bill, you didn't. Yes, I did. My God, Bill, what happened? I got fired. No, Bill, I mean, what happened with the pickle slicer? Oh, she got fired too.
That's more a joke than anything else.
Yeah.
Good though.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a break from all the creepy ones, right?
I'm not sure that was a clean joke. Hey, what happened to the fly on the toilet seat?
I don't know.
Got peed off. And what did the elephant say to the naked man?
What did what?
What did the elephant say to the naked man?
What did the elephant say to the naked man? I don't know.
How do you breathe through that thing?
Okay, here's another. I think this is a Bob story too.
Okay.
He awoke to the huge insect-like creatures looming over his bed and screamed his lungs out. They hastily left the room, and he stayed up all night, shaking and wondering if it had been a dream. The next morning there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened it to see one of them gently place a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor. Then he retreated to a safe distance. Bewildered, he accepted the gift. Creatures chittered excitedly. This happened every day for weeks. At first he was worried that they were fattening him up, but after a particularly greasy breakfast left him clutching his chest from heartburn, they were replaced with fresh fruit. As well as cooking, they poured hot, steamy baths for him and even tucked him in when he went to bed. It was bizarre. One night he awoke to gunshots and screaming. He raced downstairs to find a decapitated burglar being devoured by the insects. He was sickened, but disposed of the remains as best he could. He knew they had just been protecting him. One morning the creatures wouldn't let him leave his room. He lay down confused, but trusting as they ushered him back into bed. Whatever their motives, they weren't going to hurt him. Hours later, a burning pain spread through his body. It felt like his stomach was filled with razor wire. The insects chittered as he spasmed and moaned. It is only when he felt a terrible squirming feeling beneath his skin that he realized the insects hadn't been protecting them. They had been protecting their young. Bum bum bum. Thank you for the follow, Ice Stater. And another one by Anonymous, which I think is Bob, but I can't be sure. Everyone loves the first day of school, right? Oh, we did this one before too.
Yep, you read that one.
That's a repeat.
Yeah, that was because I got lost.
Yeah. So I can read this other one. I can't remember who sent it, but I really super like it. So, here it is. This one here. It's a notepad download.
Put it into Word.
I'm feeling like it's missing something. But anyways, I'll call it the violin lady. The first time Alan walks by the woman in the corner, she barely notices her. There are too many detractions, voices in her ear, the harried man waving down a taxi cab, the aging street vendor hawking his wares, to separate any one sound from another. It's all noise, and Alan is used to noise. She doesn't notice her the second time either. It's only luck that she ends up doubling back, returning to the bookshop to process an order she'd forgotten. The bustle of rush hour is still going strong when she politely elbows her way up the street, wading through the thronging crowd. The incessant hum of the city clings to her clothing. It's the third time, exactly 2 hours and 43 minutes later, that it finally happens. Alain is leaving work, huddling into her coat. The streets are quieter, the winter sun having long since dipped out of sight, and the air is frigid. The woman shrouded in the shades cast by the wall is standing straight and tall in the corner, still and perennial as a statue, alone. Alain doesn't see her. It's too dark to see her, but she notices something. And for a moment she catches onto the drifting of a melody, set loose upon the wind. It's only for a moment, though. In the next, Alain is walking by again, tugging up her collar against the cold. The bookshop has had a grand total of 2 customers by the time Alain takes her leave. The latter one tells her to have a good day, which sort of takes Alain by surprise, though she can't say why. Maybe it's because Alain herself wouldn't do the same. She can't remember the last time she wished someone a good day and meant it. The interaction sticks with her. She's thinking about it on her way home. She's thinking about it. Have a good day. When she glances up, haphazardly, and meets the gaze of the woman with the violin. It's bizarre. Alain has the urge to stop walking, to come to a standstill in the middle of this busy street and stare. The woman is beautiful. That's obvious. It's probably, at least partially, the reason for the nebulous audience that surrounds her. But it's not what leaves Alain stumbling over a sidewalk she's crossed 100 times before. No, that would be the music. It's a melody as close to perfect as she's ever heard. This one doesn't drift on the wind. It doesn't drift anywhere at all. It barrels right into Alain's ribcage, furious and raw, rich and deep. The impact of it is what confuses her. It's enough to make her trip over her own feet on a road she knows too well to misread. It's enough to make a book trip out of her bag alongside hers, skidding haplessly between the legs of the crowd. The woman's eyes, Alain can't tell if they're green or blue, flick down to the book's cover. It's face up, something Tolstoy. Alain doesn't know for sure because she hasn't read it, hasn't even really looked at it. The spine is damaged. Alain has a repair kit at home, so in the bag it went, and out of the bag it flew. Alain may work in a bookstore, but she no longer has the attention span to read people like Tolstoy. She knows how it makes her look, though. Well-read and literary, a little cerebral, exactly the kind of person who can listen to violin music and let it crash unimpeded into their chest. The music slows, then stops. Alain watches as the woman bends to retrieve the book and passes it to the man at her left. She makes a gesture towards Alain, the bow still held firm between her fingers. The weather is wintry and her hands are ungloved, but she waits, straight-backed and poised, as the book makes its way into Alain's possession. The man gives her a genial smile when he holds it out to her. "She's good, eh?" he says. "Real talent." Alain can do nothing but nod, wordless, as the man returns to a spot in the crowd. The music restarts, vibrant and too warm for the permeating chill. Alain looks down at the book's title. Anna Karenina, embossed in elegant gold lettering. The color of the words matches the woman's hair. Anna. The name cuts through Alain like the music slices through the breeze. The woman plays. Alain listens a few minutes longer, then turns and keeps walking down the street. The words have a good day dart again through her mind, flaring bright and brief before fading once more into the quiet. Somebody asked me to dance. I see that. 200 bits. 200 bits.
Two. I thought it was 5.
I need a chair. I need a cheer. I need a cheer. I have to be cheered. Have to. Okay, back to the story. Alain doesn't look the way she does. It's the first thing she thinks on the 3rd day. When she sees her again, the woman with the violin is tall and seamless, with long, wild hair that belies the grace of her playing. She's wearing a fitted silken blue suit, which is a little ridiculous, Alain figures, since the only reason she even knows it's a suit is because the woman's left her coat open to the cold. It's a good coat. Alan sees no reason why someone wouldn't make full use of it, especially now in the first days of January, but the frostbitten start of the year. Maybe the zipper's broken. It's this thought, this excuse, that lets Alan propel herself forward to the middle of the lingering crowd. There aren't as many people as yesterday. It could be because the tune is different this time around. Nowhere near the fevered and ardent barrage of the day before. Today it's almost morning, sad. The music hits a high, reeling note that makes the shifting audience take a breath. Alan glances once more at the woman's open coat, her fingers playing with single-minded intensity, then looks around for a tin or a hat or anything a busker might use for donations. There's nothing. The ground is bare. Alan frowns, looks some more, where there really is nothing, only a violin case, propped against the wall and beyond the reach of any aspiring do-getters. She glances back and has the misfortune of doing so during the woman's rare visual sweeps of the crowd. Their eyes collide. Alan takes a helpless breath. The woman's eyes don't leave her as she plays and plays and plays. Alan thinks abruptly, Anna. Then she thinks, maybe I should read more Tolstoy. Then maybe I should say hello. This last thought almost makes her laugh out loud. She doesn't. Instead, she turns on her heel away from this woman and walks back to the way she came. At home, Alan considers it again. The woman with the violin is everything Alan isn't. Calm, ethereal, steadfast, and so talented she can make a whole group of people collectively gasp with only a twitch of her fingers. There's a mirror down the hall. Alan doesn't need to look in it to know what she'll see. Dark hair, darker eyes, and too many scars to mean anything good. No smile lines, no smiles. The repaired book sits on the desk a few feet away. Alan hasn't returned it to the shop yet. As far as she knows, it's been tucked into the same shelf for years, unbought, unlooked for, falling to pieces. Even if she kept it here, who would miss it? It's with this thought in her mind that she grabs it and resettles on the couch. Cracking it open, the first line is something about the relative uniqueness of unhappy families, and the laugh Alan had smothered earlier rears its head. Maybe unhappy families really are unique. Alan certainly wouldn't know the difference. What happened? Said Anna, with a frown. You're bruised. Her hair is tied up in a braid today, and Alan feels a little throb in her chest when Anna's gaze sweeps over her, well-meaning and, as ever, a little imperious. I'm fine, said Alan. I've knocked over a bookshelf. A shelf? Anna leans closer, scrutinous. You've got a black eye. An encyclopedia to the face will do that. There's no encyclopedia, Anne mutters. She grabs her violin and stands in the corner, bow in hand. There's never any encyclopedia or telephone pole or staircase or rake poorly hidden in the leaves. Alan smiles even though it makes her cheekbone twinge. Say encyclopedia 10 times fast. Anna ignores her shuffling sheets of music on the stand to her left. I've told you before that you can come live with me. And I've told you before that I'm fine. Plus you don't need me getting in the way of all your... Alan waves her hand at the musical detritus that litters the room. Stuff. That isn't the real reason Alan always turns Anna down, of course, though it makes a decent excuse. No, the real reason is that if Alan started living full-time with Anna, elegant, forceful, brilliant Anna, Alan is reasonably sure her heart would give out. Besides, even if she moved in today, it wouldn't last long enough to matter. Did you find an apartment yet? Alan asks, staring at the ceiling from where she's flopping on Anna's couch. One that's actually affordable, I mean? There's a pause in the paper shuffling before Anna speaks. Yes, she says. My grandfather agreed to help pay tuition, so I'm not too worried about making ends meet. That's good. At least you won't have to, I don't know, cover rent on your own. Alan grimaced. Not that I know what the going rate on downtown London real estate, but I figure it's not low. Anna says nothing again, but Alan knows her well enough to recognize the tension beneath the quiet. Hell, Alan's whole life has been a study in slow, dangerous silences, but at least she knows this one won't end in a hospital visit. Alan gives it another moment before prodding carefully. Everything okay? The moment stretches before Anna releases a breath. My grandfather is keeping this apartment on hold for me while I'm gone, she says. So stay here, move in. You don't have to pay rent, it's all covered. Alan stiffens. It's very kind, in a borderline belligerent sort of way, and Anna's many offers to pay Alan's way through life are nothing new, simply the product of being brought up with money in a world where most people weren't. It's harmless, Alan usually convinces herself. Anna's only being nice, she doesn't mean to condescend. But this time something about Anna's phrasing prickles at her. Did you know... Oh, did you, Alan sits up on the couch. You didn't ask your grandpa to keep paying for this place specifically so I could have it, did you? Anna doesn't even hesitate. Of course I did, she says bluntly. You need a place of your own, and I have one. Why wouldn't I ask him to help you? Elegant, forceful, brilliant Anna. Sometimes Alan got so caught up in their friendship and how she felt that she forgot how fundamentally different the two of them were. Anna, Alan says slowly, I appreciate the offer, but I can take care of myself. Can you? Anna demands. Alan hears her round the couch, sees her stand before her, tall and proud, bow in hand, like it's a weapon. This says otherwise. Before Alan can argue, Anna's fingers are on her cheekbones, brushing delicately over the bruised skin there. Her touch carries all the gentleness her words lack. Alan feels her face go scarlet. I can take care of myself, she repeats, tightly. Anna makes an abrupt, frustrated sound. She collapses on the couch beside Alan, the bow dangling from her fingertips. Fine. I know you can. What I don't know is why you won't. Her voice drops just a little into what almost sounds like despair. I can't force you to move, Alan, but do you really plan to stay in that house forever? The mix of embarrassment and anger and something else that's contributed to the burning in Alan's cheeks leaches away under Anna's concern, leaving behind only the guilt of vilifying her good intentions, and somewhere quieter, deeper, the shame of knowing that she's right. She's my mother, Anna, Alan says tiredly. What else am I supposed to do? Anna looks down at the floor. Her hand moves towards Alan, wavering, as though she's unsure how to proceed. Alan watches, more curious than anything, until the hand comes down on her arm, drifts idly to just above her knee, and squeezes. Alan can feel the warmth creeping back up her neck. Just, Anna says, uncharacteristically hesitant. Will you think about it? Alan glances down at her hand. She considers taking it. She considers a lot of things briefly, living in this apartment, texting Anna in her free time, being with her here when she returns on break. No money for an English degree, but maybe living here, Alan could work at her favorite little bookshop, manage the commute in a way she could back at her house. Then she considers her mother, growing older, who made up in vitriol what she could no longer accomplish with strength. Her mother who didn't love her, but didn't hurt her as much nowadays. Her mother who had no one but Alan. Yeah, Alan says, keeping her hands locked firmly in her lap. I'll think about it. Alan wakes up on the couch with the book open on her abdomen. Tears are pressing on the back of her tongue, even before she's fully aware. And she is aware. She's aware of herself, of her scars, in a way she hasn't ever been before. Alan hates it. She hates it. She's never wanted to know where they came from. She still doesn't. She's afraid to go back to sleep, afraid to see the woman with the violin, afraid to put a name to the face. She's happy enough. She doesn't need to be to remember a mother she doesn't know, wounds she doesn't recognize, a lifetime of pain and sadness. And why won't she love me with only one bright spot that's lost to her now? And even if she felt the way she did then, it's not like Alain couldn't tell her so. Not when she's so fragmented, broken, because it's too late. She remembers. Alain grips the books tighter against her chest and cries, long, silent, cathartic tears that don't have a hint of music to them, not even a little bit, not at all. The woman with the violin walks into the bookshop, head held high, but with a falter to her step that is unusual. Not that it matters, there's only one person who would notice something like that, and Anna hasn't spoken to her in almost a year. "Hello," Anna says to the clerk at the counter. "I'm looking for Ellen." "Oh, sorry," says the woman, smiling apologetically. Her name tag reads Fadumo. "Ellen's not working today. Are you a friend of hers?" Yes, I'm her friend." Fadumo's smile grows genuine, and she waves a hand in a gesture Anya has come to associate with impending good-natured gossip. "That's nice to hear. I worry about her, you know, always alone and everything." Anna frowns. "What do you mean?" When it came to the two of them, Alain had always been the more socially inclined. Anna had thought that, well, she thought a lot of things until the day Alain stopped speaking to her and Anna stopped thinking entirely. Fadumo's eyes grew wide and then filled with pity. Anna bristles before realizing the pity's not for her. "You know," Fadumo says, "after that terrible accident, poor girl with her mother in the car and all the complications afterwards." Anna had been isolated in London. No friends, no family beyond her elderly grandfather, no outings with her peers, only forcing excellence, being the best in order to forget the aching absence of someone who wouldn't return her calls, who she couldn't come home to and see because she was anchored in a lonely country she was starting to hate. It had taken all her courage to come back during her first break in nearly a year and track her down, to play outside her bookshop and wonder, isolated, distanced, respectful even, and hopeful. And it's this isolation that lets Anna lean forward, unsociably brash, violin case clattering to the ground, to say, "What accident?" in a voice like thunder. Fadumo's eyes go wider and she stutters. "Car accident! About a year ago. Alain was driving and there was another car. Not Alain's fault, but her mother was killed on impact, and Alain, well..." Fadumo hesitates, like she's only just realizing Anna is practically a stranger. Anna sighs. "Please tell me," she says. "I'm her friend." Fadumo drums her fingers on the counter. "Alain lost her memory," she says. Now the pity is all for Anna. Anna knows it is, because she cannot breathe. "And there's more?" Anna says, because somehow that seems too cruel. "Just one more thing," Fadumo says softly. "Alain, she's got something called vocal cord paralysis. She can't really speak." It's only when Anna feels the cold wind on her face that she realizes she's outside, that she's running, that she's crying, and she's left her violin behind. The woman without a violin shows up at Alain's door in a house she recognizes now as a place of nightmares rather than comforting haven, and Alain can only think one word. It's a word she knows and loves and has missed more than she knew. "Anna," she thinks, and wipes her eyes and smiles. Isn't that a lovely story? That's a lovely story.
I thought so.
Yeah.
By the way, there's another one in Discord.
It's a lovely story. So tonight we're
There's another one in Discord.
I hear ya. Tonight we're looking at viewer writing. So what happened with the...
So what?
Is there anything in chat I need to see?
There was a couple of jokes you missed, but...
A couple of jokes I missed? Well, let's read them. Where are they?
Find them. Right.
Can you talk Spanish in this channel? Absolutely. I probably won't know what you're saying, but go for it.
Oh no, the last thing was Buddy saying, "How old are you?"
Oh, how old am I? I'm old enough to know better and young enough to try. That's usually what I say. Alrighty. ¿Cómo ha estado Nora? Hola, Abulita. Hola is hi. Abulita, I'm not sure about. How are you, Nora?
I don't know. I gotta find out.
Refuta. Okay, you're way ahead of me. I need a translator.
Google Translate.
So it's 8:25. We need a draw.
Nope,
Why?
not yet.
Hi, we should have done one at 8.
We did.
Well, we do another one.
All right, fine. Jeez.
Just speak Spanish to me.
I know. I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay.
Good luck.
Braimina. Oh, Railmim Animal has won the giveaway.
Glad you can say that.
Railmim Animal has won the giveaway. So, you want to whisper to Hyperlinks 256 and he'll tell you how to claim that. So what's the Spanish?
Oh. I'm gonna throw it into Google Translate.
Okay.
Have to edit it a little bit though. Nope, apparently I'm not.
You're not going to put it in Google?
Apparently not.
Why?
You have to copy it first.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to actually take a wee bit of a break. And I will, if I can find my OBS window here, I will be right back. Okay, see you in a minute. Alrighty.
Somebody just said, hey back.
So I'm a crazy granny.
I guess so.
Cool. That's me, crazy granny. Although I really hate granny, I prefer Nana. I'm Brazilian. Welcome. Hey, welcome. You were waiting for me. Okay, so I've read a ton of stuff. Did you say that there was something new in the thingamajigger?
It's a big old text file.
Oh, this one here?
Love those.
So I have to download. I think Google's on to us or Discord's on to us and wants us to translate. I need a drink.
I'm having a French vanilla.
Having a French vanilla? You on crack? You hate those.
Falling asleep.
Oh, okay.
My brain is going, no.
Okay. All right.
It's 4:45, okay?
Uh-huh. Okay, so this isn't very long.
No, it's short.
And I don't know who submitted it. Do we know who submitted it? Okay, so another anonymous submission. The engine whined in pain as the speeder bike came to a full standstill, its headlight painting the rusty wall in a surreal red shimmer. A woman dressed in black fluently floated down the saddle, her ravishing black hair putting darkness itself to shame. It's very poetic. The revolvers on her belt made it apparent that she was no ordinary woman, but the emblem on her chest made it clear she was a headhunter. Shaken by the sight of beauty and danger, the tall man gasped for a second, spellbound by beauty and fear. She had cut off his escape route, fight or flight. The question thrilled through his mind. The bag with the ancient artifact resting upon his back. A thought he would not process any further as cold steel pierced his forehead. Shaken by the pure force of the impact, his head snapped backwards, painting the walls in vibrant colors. A red summer rain. It's kind of gross. His mind was long gone when black heels kicked over his lifeless body in pure disgust, his face stuck in puddle of rain, dirt, raw excrement, rat excrement, and his own blood. As she opened the bag, a diabolical smile slathered her face. It was her turn. The jobs did never pay well, not for what they encompassed, but now her dreams were in her grasp. A formidable screech of pain escaped her mouth as she rammed the artifact into her chest. The transformation happened in an instant. Black, dark wings brutally broke through her back, cowering together like a newborn in fetal position. As she rose up, she felt power rushing through her body. Shivering in pain, twitching in anticipation, she slammed her head into the air. Her eyes fixated on the dark skies. She knew that the world had changed this very instant. Eyes wide open, she saw the night painted in new colors, like no human would be able to fathom. Her arms were lifted in embrace of these new emotions she felt. The wind, the darkness, the stale air, the lingering smell of blood, it all had become part of her, entwined with the world, overwhelmed by its macabre beauty. Her wings snapped open, tearing crumbling aisles into the dirty walls of the small alley. A deep breath filled her lungs as she leapt to the sky, leaving behind the lifeless body, dirty alley, and the righteous person she used to be. In this very instant, a new villain was born. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Yeah, that was pretty good. Lots of imagery. Good imagery there. Yeah. Alrighty then. What else we got going?
That's it. That's the last one I got.
It's the last one you got? The Hunter in the Woods was the last one. Then we have this poem that's we got last week, I think.
Last week? That was the one about the shirt?
No. There's one about the shirt.
That was the one that was really creepy. Damn near racist, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that. But I do see the one about depression. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I removed the creepy one. That's right.
Okay. Depression. So this is a poem. It's pretty intense, but it's really well done. So I'm going to read it. It's from a viewer. I'm not sure what viewer, but
oh, I didn't put it in there. We did have it.
We did have the name?
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't get carried over from the whisper business, right? So claim this if it's yours. I can put it in the... Yeah, if I've read somebody's stuff and you wanted me to give me either your name from Twitch or your real name, let me know, because I can put that in the description when it goes up to YouTube. So you should get credit, because these are pretty good. Everything I'm reading today is pretty good. Depression. Depression is a monster that destroys both heart and soul. It tortures without mercy and consumes its victim whole. It cripples and disables, making life too hard to cope. It can make each day a nightmare and leave a person without hope. Some people feel this sadness from the time that they are young and believe that they are different and can't be loved by anyone. It's reinforced by parents to depress themselves to care for that child they're supposed to love, but instead forget is there. Depression can be nurtured through violence and neglect, and fists used only to degrade, and words used to reject. It's hidden in those bullies who torture and demean, who use their words like weapons to destroy all self-esteem. It's fueled by those substances that are used to help escape from that endless pain depression brings and that unbearable heartache. It can cause someone to just give up, to lose all strength to fight. It can annihilate one's very soul and make them take their life. Yes, depression is a vulture that will make anyone its prey. There is no one who deserves it, and there is no one to blame. We don't need to make a judgment, but we need to be aware that those who suffer through this pain just need the world to care. I really like that poem. Thank you for the follow, Strodukti. Alrighty, so we've read some stuff from back way and the big long ones and all the goodies, and you should follow through. Well, YouTube. I have
Twitter.
I have Twitch. I have Twitch. I have Twitter. I have YouTube. I have Instagram, Facebook. I have a Patreon channel now. Come check out my merch. Check out my Patreon. Check it out. Check it out.
You
check
said
it
that
out.
already.
Check it out. Check it out. Oh, Discord. Ooh. If you go on Discord, you can read this stuff because it's posted there. Also, I think we're going to be able to do, rather than, or as well as a Zoom link, we should be able to do a Discord link where you can go in there.
When the new audio stage comes up.
There's a new stage channel that's audio, just audio, no visual, no video. So that might be better for some people who are shy. They could at least get their video or their audio on there. I'm glad I'm funny. And my followers and my viewers are funny too, and I quite enjoy.
Yes, but you're not funny looking, so it's okay.
I quite enjoy the chat.
I'm the funny looking one.
Yeah, he's funny looking.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, wasn't I supposed to say that?
No, sorry.
Oh.
Tried. You're doing good tonight.
All right, so I need a drink. I've been talking too much.
And a nap.
And I've been reading too much. But it's all good stuff, and I'm quite happy to promote other writers that you guys are good. Like, I don't know how many of you have ever been published or just writing because you're writing. Just do it. Yeah. I can give you a story cube toss and see what happens there. We'll do that, and we'll do an improv a little bit here. I don't think I have the bandwidth to write anything myself. But I can double dog dare you guys, given that it's your night. Okay.
There's another one.
Why? I'm 61 years old. First one. Now, I have to be able to see that I'm showing it properly. So I have to be able to see my OBS. Hang on one sec here. There we go. Okay. These are cubes. So you take what you think these images are saying to you and put as many of them as you can into a poem, story, whatever. And if you can do it straight up in the next few minutes and whisper it to us, awesome sauce. And this is like a question mark. Okay. Question mark. Normally I get my guests to do this and then I do it with them. Here's like a little happy face. There's one of those balloons that you ride in.
Hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon, yep.
Or a parachute. Look,
Yeah,
could be a guy on the end of a parachute.
It could be a parachute as well, yeah. It's whatever you think it should be. There's this is probably the guy that was looking in the window at the guy that was pruning his bushes.
Oh, sideways.
That's sideways.
No, there it is. We saw the cane, not the good.
Yeah. That's probably the guy that was looking in the window, or out the window from in the house. And this looks like an abacus. Which is an old-fashioned computer. Like back in the day when before we had electricity. That's a turtle. For sure. But
is it a Ninja Turtle?
It's not a Ninja Turtle from here. But, you know, you could use that as turtle. You could then put the word slow in your story, too. Like, it's whatever you think. This one could be a credit card. Could be a credit card. Could be a bank card. Could be an office building. I don't know.
Could be a
storefront.
tape.
Storefront.
It's really fuzzy. Pull it back towards you.
I don't think it's a cassette tape.
Pull it back towards you. It's fuzzy.
There.
There we go. It could be anything.
It's whatever you want it to be. And this would be a sheep. I have 2 sheep in my house. One's named Rambo and the other one's named Yoo-hoo.
You realize there are some people on here that will take that literally.
What? Sheep?
Yes.
Yeah, I have sheep. And that's like the... Oh. There. That's like the speech bubble in a cartoon.
Yep.
Alright.
Or less so.
So my challenge to you, wonderful viewers, is to come up with something that has at least 3 of those in it. I double dog dare you to do that. And you have 10 minutes starting now.
What are you going to do for 10 minutes?
What am I going to do for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm going to chit chat and ponder my navel and I don't know, if somebody sends me a cheer, I might dance. There's all of them.
Sorry, I haven't got any left.
There's all of them. I'm going to tell you about my wonderful merch. Got all kinds of t-shirts up there now. T-shirts designs, and I'd like to know which ones you like best. You were waiting for me? Well, I've been on since 6 o'clock, so... So, you have 10 minutes to write something. I double dog dare you. And I think if anybody that submits something written will get one of the giveaway items will go to them without even having to have the draw. Salut! Salut! Comment vas-tu?
What? Is that the right answer to that?
Or you could have said salute. Looks like salut, which is
It's
French for hello. Hi, how's it going?
What's the other answer to that?
What?
There's more than one way to respond to that.
Comment vas-tu?
Yeah. You could ask how they are. How are you?
Yeah, we could say bienvenue as well.
True. Are you warm? You look like you're getting a little warm.
No, I'm not warm. I'm thirsty though. Let's warm me out reading.
Here. We have a fresh one.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So while we're waiting the 3 minutes, we've got 7 minutes to go. I'm really good at stuff until people watch me. Yeah, me too. Me too. Although I'm getting better at it, or less intimidated, I think, with these the nights that I game, because I really suck at gaming. But I get on there and do my best anyways. And I'm not only being watched by the other people playing the game, but I'm being watched by my viewers too. Hey, so it's a bit. You don't want to be too much of a dumbass, right? Okay, while we're waiting for people to write things. What have you been up to? We're hearing all kinds of negative stuff about, people are going to be locking down more, and the variants are causing stuff, and it's kind of discouraging. How are people keeping up their spirits? I went for a drive today, so I was outside of my community, but not really, on the edge of my community. And Hyperlinks had to go to Vancouver on the ferry on business related stuff and for work, and so my other partner drove him to the ferry this morning, and then the two of us went to pick him up. So I got out and had a bit of a drive, and the drive from Victoria up to the ferry, it's a 45-minute drive. It's total highway and a little bit of scenery as you drive by and so on. And we were noting gas station. There's a gas station that's closed completely down, and not a lot of people on the road. But it was nice to get out, nice to have when you go on a road trip, man, it's windows down, wind in your hair, tooting along, music cranked to the max and that kind of thing. And it's definitely a spirit lifter. It was good to get out and do that. I am your favorite. Thank you much. How long have I been on Twitch today streaming? I started, I think, at 6:36 something. 6-ish. I've been on for, what is it now? 2 hours and a bit, I think.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
2 hours and 40 minutes. There you go. I've been told.
I'm not going to be here much longer.
Why?
I already bounced my head twice off the microphone.
Oh. Oh, well, Hyperlinks was up first ferry this morning, 7 o'clock, so he's a bit,
4:45.
yeah, he was up at 4:45 this morning so he could catch that ferry.
Well,
So
no, I didn't have to get up that early.
He's a bit tired. So I think, that was 47. You got 4 minutes, 3 minutes to go if you're writing something. And if you submit by whisper something that you've written about using these cubes specifically, we'll give you one of the regular giveaways for the effort, and I'll pick the best and give them a t-shirt and read it. I'll read them all, but I'll give them the best. I'll decide who's the best. We'll decide together maybe who's the best, and I'll give them a t-shirt. So there's incentive to write. Anybody writing anything? They wouldn't be talking to me if they were writing. Alrighty. And then I think maybe we should do a draw. Should we do another giveaway? We'll do another giveaway maybe.
No?
Yeah, let's do another giveaway right now. Oh, we're killing time here for these people to write. 2 minutes, you guys.
Oh. Giveaway. There you go.
And Sidesta has won the giveaway, and Sidesta has won a giveaway. So you need to whisper to Hyperlinks 256, and he will tell you how to claim that. And you guys have 2 minutes.
You said that 2 minutes ago.
Well, okay, so a minute and a bit then, because it's still sitting at 8:55. There we go. There's our winner.
The other one hasn't gotten in touch with me.
No? Okay.
Sorry, I can't come over there anymore.
What are we streaming today? Today is Writers Open Mic. And
Hey,
it's
show the t-shirt again.
viewers only.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Viewers only. And right now we're having people write to the story cubes that I drew as an improv. And if they submit something, they get a free giveaway. If I choose theirs as the best of the submissions to this, they get a t-shirt. And the t-shirt
Ow.
looks like, where the heck is it? There it is. T-shirt looks like this. Alrighty. All right, your 10 minutes is up, folks. What do you got?
Anybody paying attention?
Anybody got something they've written to the story cubes?
Did you write something?
I didn't write anything this time. I'm a hostess, not a guest.
Hostess with the mostest?
Yep. So I didn't write to this time. I want to see what you guys can do.
I don't think they're paying a whole lot of attention.
Uh-huh.
We had about a 200% turnover, eh?
Really?
Yeah, we went down to 0 and then back up to 200.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes to whisper it, and then I'm gonna give up on that and anybody got a joke
Besides me.
besides you? How are you guys? We're doing great tonight. How are you? I was asking how people were doing with the to keep their spirits up with the, this nightmare
this time I thought I was just lurking in chat. No.
You weren't just lurking in chat.
Well, you were till now.
Yeah. So I was wondering how people are doing. I was while you were away there, I was telling people about the driving up to the ferry and that just the wind blowing in your hair and the tunes cranking. It was elevated my mood quite a bit. I wondered what other people were doing to keep themselves upbeat. And I guess, yeah, coming onto Twitch and seeing what everyone's doing is probably what you're doing to keep upbeat, right? You dance? That's cool. At any particular time, like just in the house or out on the lawn, or you fly? Like in a plane or with your own personal bat wings? Teasing. Any whispering happening there, Hyperlinks?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Come on,
Oh,
you
he's
guys.
a pilot. Or she. We're not sure. We made that mistake last
Oh,
week.
you're a pilot. Cool. Cool. What kind of plane or helicopter or whatever do you pilot? Do you fly? Your stream completes my day. Well, it finishes off my day, usually. A 320.
That's an airplane.
It's an airplane.
A320. It's an Airbus 320.
Airbus 320. That's cool.
Flying computer.
It's like flying a computer.
It's a flying computer.
Oh yeah. Hyperlinks would know. Hyperlinks plays. What is that game?
DCS. It's not a game. It's a simulator.
Sorry. Hyperlinks plays a simulator.
Digital combat simulator.
Digital combat simulator.
Well, I saw that.
What?
Eye roll.
Thanks for the follow, Venerable Sublims.
That's how I relax. I blow shit up.
That's, yeah. That, I suppose that is relaxing, hey? You fly, like that's your job, like regularly fly real people everywhere in a plane? And if so, that's very cool. If it's a simulator, that's also very cool. Well, you were flying. Oh, have you been COVIDed? Yeah. What kind of runs were you doing? Like just like local or international or? Yeah, I'm quite ticked about no one flying anywhere. I had big plans of spending this next month of April in Europe.
Ooh, there's a horrible run.
New York to London 5 times a week, really? That's too bad that you're not able to do that. Hopefully we'll soon get back to doing stuff like that. That must be nice. I've flown, not a lot, but once to and back, of course. Yeah, one would hope. I've flown from here, Victoria. I'm Victoria, BC. Flown from, well, actually, I was out of Vancouver. Flown from Vancouver to Puerto Vallarta, and so beautiful above the clouds. And then you get below the clouds, and you see the farmland and the all different. And then over the ocean too. It's just amazing. Must be wonderful. What a lucky person. What a wonderful job.
Wingstole says he likes to drive to relax.
Like to drive to relax, do you? Yeah. I like to go for drives, road trips to relax too. We were talking today, there was like a Winnebago, a big bus of a thing up for sale with a for sale sign in it as we drove by, and talking about being able
the same one he pointed out to me this morning at 5 a.m.
Might have been. He's trying to get my one partner drove the other one out to the ferry and pointed the same Winnebago or whatever it is out to him, and I think he wants to buy it. Wants to do road trips in it.
I'd love to do that, but I wouldn't stay in the same motorhome with him.
Yeah, it's so nice. The aircraft does all the work and we just look out the windows. I'm not really comforted by that, just so you know, but yeah, it's beautiful. I imagine, so you'd see mostly ocean flying New York to London. I still want to do Europe. I want this stuff to settle down and things go back to normal, like, for sure, but it'd be nice to be able to travel. That's the big thing, right? On a good day, you can see the ocean. Yeah. 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 Yeah, a fair bit of my trip to Mexico was clouds, and I'm trying to remember, I also traveled from Toronto to Sydney, New South Wales, through, what did we fly? We flew to Honolulu and then changed to a Qantas and flew from there to Sydney. And I think it was mostly clouds that time, that trip too. Although it was like an overnight thing, so I don't remember too much of it. Oh, starlight. Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. Thanks for the follow. Oh, fight C.
Twa.
Twa.
Twa. Twa. We'll leave it at twa. Yeah, I did that trip.
What, New York to...
It wasn't New York, though. It was Ottawa to Gatwick. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. We also flew from Vancouver to Toronto.
Twice.
And back.
Twice.
Yeah, I've done it actually 3 times.
I've done it more than that.
I've done it 3 times. That trip.
I did.
Depending on the airlines.
I did Comox to Trenton 4 times in a week.
Sometimes they're better than others.
Comox to Trenton 4 times in a week.
Oh yeah.
I was working baggage for that, and the pilot said, "Hey, you want to go for a ride this week? You need the extra weight."
How many games do you stream? I stream 2. And I'm thinking about picking up a 3rd one for another night, but I haven't decided which.
Lego.
Yeah, I play a version of Lego, but...
Use mine. Lego my ego.
Something a little bit more complicated.
Button masher.
Dolphins are your favorite animal for sure.
Except dolphins aren't animals.
Dolphin.
Sorry. They're a mammal.
They're a mammal.
They're air breathers. and they don't lay eggs.
Okay, so now I want to go fly somewhere at night to see what the night flights are like. I know,
Yeah, unless you're up front, you don't see anything.
Mind you, I'm
flown
trying
on a
to
darkened
remember the trip to Honolulu from Toronto. There was some night flight there, but it was on one of those.
We went to
those old Airbuses, the Canadian.
Air Canada.
No, it wasn't Air Canada. The other one. CP, and it was one of those Airbuses.
Air WestJet.
No, not WestJet. It was the one that's doesn't exist anymore.
That's CP.
CP.
Canada
And there was five in the middle and three on each side.
747. That would have been a Boeing.
Five each side. It was huge.
Yeah,
and
that would have been a jumbo
thing in the center with like 3 or 4 bathrooms. And
well, that flight we did from Calgary to Toronto was a night flight.
That's true.
Although we could call it a road trip, that was the longest taxi I've ever been on.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to drive to Toronto.
Yeah, but that was more when it's within Canada. It's like straight up and straight down again. It's not a really long.
I don't know if I'd call that straight up and straight down.
It kind of felt like that. It wasn't really.
I found the trip from Toronto to here the longest flight ever. I think because we were tired, or I was tired.
Have you flown other runs? Gifted Fatalit. Have you flown other runs other than that one? Do you watch baseball? Yes, I'm a Blue Jays fan.
They won today.
And they won today. Today was their season opener. Woohoo! But then I'm a Toronto girl, so I pretty much like any of the Toronto teams. Yes. I'm a Leafs fan. Okay, so no whispers?
Nope.
Well, you guys, I don't know. I'm going to leave that with you and hope you come back and tell me you've got something next week that you want read.
There you go. He answered you.
Detroit to Tokyo. Wow, that's... How many hours is that?
It's 14 hours, isn't it?
That's got to be a long... And the same kind of thing, you don't... Like, you look out the window, there's not a lot... So that would be... You would fall asleep. Going to hang out and chill with you. Cool. Oh yeah, I guess, because you'd have to take a break. That'd be a long time to sit watching stuff happen. Even if you're not, the attention would be tiring, hey?
That's a relief crew. So one flies, the other sleeps, they wake up, switch spots.
Interesting.
Yeah, seen the military do that a lot too. Because they don't land, right? They just refuel in midair and off they keep going.
Right.
Airlines don't do that. These guys have to land occasionally.
Right. And was Hyperlink right? Is it a 14-hour flight? Remember the flight to Australia, to Honolulu.
I know.
It was 19 hours altogether. 14, give or take, yeah.
13 hours, 5 minutes.
There you go.
According to Delta.
Well, and you need to
And that's non-stop.
do the taxi and all that stuff.
That's non-stop.
It's non-stop flight. Wow.
Now, anyways. I
Wow.
don't know when he was flying, but 13 hours. Yeah, you would have a couple of pilots. 2 aircraft commanders and 2 co-pilots.
Interesting.
Non-stop. Ugh.
Still sounds like a fun career. Alrighty, folks. What do you think? One more draw, one more giveaway, and then we'll call it a night. We've enjoyed some reading of writings.
Sorry. He answered with something and it actually tried to block it. There it is.
Sitting all the time. Yeah, I hear ya.
It didn't like fat ass.
Yeah. Ended with a fat ass from sitting all the time. I hear ya. You probably have issues with your legs too, hey?
Secretarial spread.
Yeah. I have chained to a desk. I got the same thing 20 years
Yeah,
in
he's
government.
got rudder pedals though. Bored you flex his toes and send the plane for a loop. I could never be a pilot. My legs jerk too much to be doing loops.
Yeah.
I want another thing here.
Let's do another giveaway at end the night because I did promise to do it all night.
Oh, sorry.
When Enforcer has won the giveaway. When Enforcer has won the giveaway. So you want to whisper to Hyperlinks 256 and he'll tell you how to claim that. I'm special. Aw, thank you. Yes, you won. You did.
I'm going to guess what that word is.
Yep. That's funny.
Well, at least you know the bot's working.
Yep. Well, gifted fate dial. Oh, gifted fate dial. I hope that you're back to work soon and that we're all traveling soon and things get back to the way it should be. Yeah. And for now, thank you much, folks, for joining me. I think I'm going to call it a night before Hyperlinks goes to sleep. You'd lock the pedals to keep restless legs from moving the pedals. Yeah, that would be a thing. I find that's an issue. And you can't really get up and walk around much, eh?
Sure you can. There's two pilots.
Well, I suppose you could.
I've seen both crew get up and walk around. That's scary. Who's flying the plane? Damn computer is.
Yeah.
Flight engineers up there watching.
Well, thanks for sharing tonight, and good luck with that. Feel free to follow and drop by and say hello again. Keep me informed on how things are going. For the rest of you, find whatever it takes to put a smile on your face and give yourself a new perspective for tomorrow. 5 more years and you're done? Yeah, I took early retirement. I was just done with sitting behind a desk and working, and I couldn't work from home. I had to work in as a essential service, so I had to work, and that was a little bit scary sometimes. People are weird, don't
You're
behave.
up, lady, you're losing your. Oh.
Anyways, good luck and keep in touch and follow and drop by and say hello again sometime. And for everyone else, keep your chins up, as my grandmother would say. Hyperlink says bye. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good Friday.